Hey guys, it's my thoughts, and today for you I have something that's a little bit different. Now, it's still technically Nerf, but it's not a blaster, so that's why I say it's different. This is the Nerf Thor Hammer, and understand why I have this and why I think it's cool. You kind of have to get some background information. So, basically, at these NIC wars that I go to, that's Nerf internet community, we use these very long-range blasters. Usually they'll all break 100 feet easy, and you use modified darts, Steffens, which are very accurate. And you can generally get a good shot every time at about 60 feet. So most engagements happen between 60 and 80 feet, and what that means is that generally you can't really use melee like this because you just get picked off way before you can ever come close. However, during the past couple of wars that we've been to, I want to say like the past 4 wars, we've wrapped up the day by playing a 5-15 deathmatch, which is basically 2 teams, each person has 5 lives, as opposed to the general 3. So it's the end of the day, we're wrapping up anyway, and because you have 5 lives, it tends to get a little bit silly. So I usually bring the Thor Hammer out, and the way we play in the Southeast, you can throw your melee weapons. So I take this Thor Hammer with me on this 5-15, and usually what will happen is both teams start shooting at each other from like 120 feet away, trying to make pot shots just because we can. And I'll usually end up, once we get past that pot shot phase, I'll usually chuck the hammer cross field, see if I can't hit someone. Then someone on the other team will generally pick up the hammer and try the same thing. And so usually what ends up happening is a fight between the Thor Hammer, who can possess it, and then throw it at the other team. So that's what makes this special. Now, this is actually the second Thor Hammer that I own. The first one I lost at a Nerf war. I think somebody walked off with it, I don't know. But it was starting to get beat up anyway. Like, the bottom had come off. You can see even this one is starting to crack because we throw it across the field. But these Thor Hammers are really cool. They're not very large, but they're weighted very well for throwing. It's not super dense, but it's decently dense foam. It's got some weight to it. So when you throw it, it definitely will fly, and it does this, the spinny thing. So it flies very well, as opposed to, say, like some of the swords, which don't really you can't really throw them very well. And like the daggers and stuff, and then any other things that are really weighted to be thrown, like the mace or the axe almost, they're almost too heavy and they start to become dangerous. So this is kind of that sweet spot. You can definitely throw it like 60 or 70 feet easily. It's a ton of fun. We take them and you throw it across the field. And I'm actually going to try and throw it. I hope I don't break something, but I probably will. So I'm going to try and hit this target. Oh. Well, as you can see, though, it does fly very well, even though I did miss the target. And it's a really cool kind of thing. I think they no longer make the model that I have that has the black handle, but for the new Avengers movie, they've put out another one with a brown handle. It's pretty much the same thing. So if you ever want to have some fun, you just want to play around with a little melee weapon, Thor Hammer's a good buy. It's like $10, I think, you can pick it up for. And it's a lot of fun. So that is the Thor Hammer. Thanks for watching.